Shengren is the most important word in the Chinese language, yet it has been forgotten. We particularly need to know about it today because as China is on the rise, increasingly more of the world wants to understand China for what it fully is, and this curiosity will only grow with time. The Shengren represents the highest attainment of the human being. This memory spans back across China's over 5,000-year civilization. What the Bodhisattva is to Buddhism, and what the Christ is to Christianity, the Shengren is to the spiritual culture of China. The Shengren has been translated as sage, saint, holy man, man of calling, sage king, and wise man, all positive, yet fall short, as one sinologist comments, the Shengren is all of these and much more. The word Shengren is read widely whenever anyone studies the Chinese classics, but the meaning in the West has not gone beyond the above translations. Some critics attribute this to linguistic imperialism, a kind of cultural theft, the stealing of a word from a culture and replacing it with a different word from another culture. We see this misunderstanding as due to a lack of information about the Shengren, not only outside of China, but inside of China as well. Our group has recently recovered from China a forgotten human life science with new discoveries on the life and practices of the Shengren. This Shengren science came from the 700-year tradition of Juxi, the most renowned figure in Chinese history, second only to Confucius. Juxi was such a monumental figure for having done his own upgrade on Confucianism. He replaced the 5 classics used in the previous imperial examinations with a new set of texts called the 4 Books, which then became the basis of the imperial examinations for the next 700 or so years until the fall of the last dynasty in 1905. This historical fact is significant because Juxi's thought system is the basis for what is today known as traditional Chinese cultural thought. The system of science we recovered does not belong to a particular jia or school. Instead, this is the original mother or root system of traditional Chinese cultural thought that in its design mirrors the construction of the advanced Chinese mind. That what we recovered turned out to be China's complete root system of science is quite remarkable. For one, because there is no historical record that the teachings of Juxi ever generated a system of science. For another, that the Li Xue, or Neo-Confucian approach to self-cultivation and the philosophy of human relationships, has a basis in human physiology. Over the last 30 years, our group has worked diligently to organize the system and its principles for modern use. Because it now has an important role to play in modern life, we need to know about the Shengren. The Shengren was China's first scientist, China's first rugged individualist, and China's first complete human being. Without information about the Shengren, the ancient science has no reference point or standard to aim for in study. Thank you for listening, and welcome to our site.